A summertime tradition meets national controversy when the ice cream man is an illegal immigrant on today's Ledger Live. Every summer in Newark, an army of flavored ice sellers fan out across the city with their wheeled carts in a time-honored tradition. But this year, tempers are running high. It started in April when the city's Department of Finance began enforcing a long-ignored law that requires anyone applying for a peddler's license to submit their social security numbers. Many of the sellers are unauthorized immigrants and don't have social security numbers. That has left many of them unable to renew their permits. They say the police have confiscated their carts and driven them out of business. City Councilman Louis Quintana successfully sponsored a resolution extending the permits through September. He says the city should not be in the business of enforcing federal immigration law.
And that becomes a question that we as a government should not be questioned. I mean, as a local government, that is not our authority. So we decided, the council, to extend the license period so people could get their papers. And they can, get everything in order so that in the future we don't have this problem again.
But here's the problem. Many of them can't just get their papers together. Unless Congress passes federal immigration reform, many of them are simply not eligible for visas or green cards. People like Cecilia Cabello. Cabello came to the United States from Uruguay 5 years ago. Her husband had lost his job there and come to the U.S. but had trouble finding work. That left Cecilia unable to pay off a personal loan they had taken to save their home. So she got a tourist visa and took her son to the U.S. to reunite with her husband.
I came with the idea to go back, to return home. But since I saw my husband so depressed, so thin, he wasn't doing well. I said he's not going to be able to return the money, and I'm going to be in problems, and I'm going to lose my home. So what option did I have? I had to stay, just so I could return the money. It's the reputation of my family. I wasn't going to be seen as a thief. That's why I stayed.
Cabello remains a fixture outside this Newark school, where a group of parents actually helped her get her license in the first place.
You can see they line up. So, because she treats them. She knows the parents. Every other Friday, she gives them a treat. But she has to get permission from the parent. So she knows them.
One time she wasn't around because she was sick. I don't know what happened with her. Everybody was asking for her.
Like many vendors, her license is now expired. Cabello was recently among a group of sellers who met with police brass to convince them to honor the city council resolution and let them stay on the streets through September. They've made their case too to Mayor Cory Booker, whose spokesperson did not respond to our request for comment. How do the many U.S. citizen ice sellers feel about their illegal immigrant counterparts? The answer seems mixed.
Yeah, I don't have a problem, but I think that if you're going to be working in the United States, you should have a social security card or whatever visa, whatever is necessary for you to have, to be able to pedal, to work pretty much anywhere.
I believe that everybody, should be allowed to make a legitimate, income in terms of, in order to support themselves and their families. The fact that you have illegals as well as legal. Everybody's entitled to earn something. Otherwise, they're going to rely on the government.
Cabello and others say they're often targets for thieves and muggers out on the streets. And like the New York City vendor who tipped off police to the Times Square bomb plot, they could be another set of eyes and ears out there. But now, they're afraid of the police.
I live in fear. I try to be hidden because I see that the police have already taken away some carts.
And so, through another long, hot summer, Newark becomes yet another town dealing with yet another immigration mess, created and seemingly never solved by our leaders in Washington, D.C.